sponsored by Squarespace. Whether you need a domain, website, or online store, make it with Squarespace. Welcome to another How to Podcast episode. Today, we are doing a live episode of the Creative Exchange featuring all of my favorite New York City creators. And I need some help, so guess who's in town, guys? It's my mom, Jeannie, and I've hired her to help me transport equipment. And my friend Christina is here.
Hi!
Where did you come from?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake, so she's like, I'm gonna fly on up. She helped me with some micro for the podcast,
Yes,
and now
I
she's
did.
gonna be help filming. Not only do we have a live podcast, but there's a pop-up going on. John has exclusive merch. I'm doing a panel at NYU, which we need to hurry and get to. And we're throwing a HustleNY event tonight, which is just like a crazy New York networking party that I throw with my friend Chris Hall. So, oh my gosh, are you ready, Jeannie?
I am ready, let's do it.
So we have to go drop off the podcast equipment, then head to NYU, and so we're going over there for the first time. I haven't seen what it looks like yet, so I'm excited. Yeah! Look how crazy it is in here.
This new beautiful world of media is just unbelievable, and it's like unstoppable. It's the best time in history, I think, right now to be a creative person.
I completely agree with that. So I've never had the dream of being the classic filmmaker, like being on the set with hundreds of people. YouTube and new media, which is honestly just media nowadays, it's no longer a jump start to TV or to film. Like, it can be the destination. So I was on a panel with a girl who created 73 questions for Vogue. What? What is life? Power bars and on to the next thing. So it's 3:30. The podcast is supposed to start at 4, but I'm moderating it, so it's not like it can start without me. Yeah, good. But we cut it a little bit close. This is all we've had all day besides a bagel.
We're hungry.
We are so hungry.
But we're out here. We're out here hustling.
Yeah, we out here.
We out here, girl.
We out here
We're out
on the
here,
grind.
girl. We're grinding. We're hustling. Be careful. See?
The beautiful New York.
Yeah.
Look how many people are outside right now.
It's beautiful.
Look at
this. Beautiful day.
Right now, we're setting up to record the live podcast. So basically we have the same two GH5s. We're gonna have Christina on one, my friend Jacqueline on the other, and then we're just plugging in the Zoom H6 into the console. Hopefully the audio turns out okay. I'm here with my homie Nick.
Oh,
from Hint.
snap! From Hint.
Hint.
I do.
I have Hint.
About to pull it up. Oh, the Peachy Hint.
I always have my Peach Hint.
Always
with
gotta
me.
have it.
And look, he has OG Peachy merch. This wasn't released to anyone. They were
In
just
the back?
given out.
Stay peachy.
Stay peachy. He's always staying peachy.
Always staying peachy.
This
is your first time meeting Jeannie too?
My first time meeting Jeannie.
Oh my gosh,
The
that's
experience
fantastic.
was amazing, unprecedented, unparalleled.
I've had so many girl stories that I've been waiting to tell Jeannie.
Oh my god. Is she
That,
is she your shrink?
Well, like on Twitter we talk about it, but I was like, Jeannie, I'm gonna see you this weekend, and we have a lot of things to catch up on.
Hi, I'm India.
Willie!
Hey guys, I'm Dotan.
John Hill, Brett Conti, and Chris Hall. Why this is special is because we have you guys out in the audience.
So you spoke about like overcoming barriers and things that make you feel uncomfortable. But one of my biggest things is being really social. So how do you overcome that barrier of can I be social today? What do I say?
You want to push yourself past that point, past your comfort zone, but you don't want to do it to the point where it's detrimental to you, where you're going to start like getting down on yourself for like, I went out to be social and I didn't meet as many people as I thought I wanted to. What are the things that you love that you can balance that with so that it doesn't seem so daunting, and then just break it down into really small, achievable goals instead of thinking like, oh, I got to go out and meet everyone. For me, like vlogging and stuff was actually really helpful for that because I could talk to the camera, help me feel comfortable, in social situations a little bit more. And then I just kind of balance that out with sleeping and reading. But
In India, the crew that you run with are people who call themselves artists. They're making dope art, whether it's art on a t-shirt, but in the physical space? And what are some things that you guys have done, whether it's pop-up shops, just to have that community?
Today we are living in a time when everybody's like out. It looks like everybody's out doing something all the time, but like they're not. Like they probably took that photo a week ago and they're actually home. So I feel like we think that everyone's like out meeting a bunch of people, but we actually all know the same amount of people. It's just like, for me, it's been about being really deliberate with the relationships that I choose to cultivate. Everyone that I'm really close with here who makes the same kind of art as me and who shares the same values, I met through Instagram and actually through like an Instagram DM thread that I got added to that was like
Amazing.
art girls. Yeah. Which is
So
awesome.
what Instagram DM thread do you need to start today?
If you can plan and be organized and kind of see the long haul, the plan, and be super, super organized, just like you said, like with your relationships as well, be super specific about where you want that energy to be spent. It's actually something I struggle with a lot because I spent a lot of time spending my energy like pushing this piano, and like it's not my passion to push the piano. I just want to play. And I got 6 years later, like after doing this, I get to this point, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm like, I don't really want to push this piano anymore. I just want to like play and connect. And so it's actually that's what like rings true with me.
Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring this episode of How to Podcast. Whether your website is for your side hustle or your main gig, your main business, Squarespace has the template for you. They actually just added 8 new templates, and guess what, guys? My website, saradietschy.com, is officially ready. It took me a while to go through all the inspiration and look through other people's site, and at the heart of it, I just wanted a very, very simple site where people who are maybe new to me, or maybe brands who want to familiarize themselves with my content, with my stuff, because y'all know that the reason why I get to do what I do is because of, 1, you amazing humans, but 2, the amazing brands that come alongside and partner with me. So that was the goal of the website. I also wanted to show off my latest gear, what gear I'm using. So there's a section for that, and also just being a hub for everything I'm doing. So it's not something that, I want you to check regularly. If you already know me, you know who Sara Peachy is, then it's not for you. But I wanted this main hub. I'm so excited that it's done. It's simple, but I wouldn't have been able to make it without Squarespace. You don't have to install, patch, or upgrade anything, so Squarespace is the one-stop shop. A lot of you beautiful humans are creators just like myself, and I think Squarespace is the perfect place to host a portfolio. So guess what? You can get a free trial at squarespace.com, and when you're ready to make that purchase of a domain or website, go to squarespace.com/saradietschy for 10% off. Make your business, make your portfolio, whatever you have in that creative brain of yours, make it with Squarespace. Okay, back to the video.
Okay, I'm a 16-year-old girl, right? I just literally started my own brand as of Thursday. I got everything trademarked. I got a punk head almost, but I like to skate. I made these pants, got a Misfit, Slayer, Black Flag. I want to proceed with my dream of doing this because it actually means a lot to me. Like, you guys like doing this. It's like, I'm so nervous right now. Yeah, I just want to know like what to look out for and how to like do things properly without like having trouble or being like taken advantage of in this industry.
So you said you got the LLC or? Okay, I would definitely recommend that. When I first started Fortune, it only took about a year and a half to get my first cease and desist.
Wow.
And I didn't know what to do. I was like pretty shook. And then I consulted with a lawyer, and I was lucky I had like the LLC though, just so it protected me. And also the pants are really sick.
So
I'd love to buy a pair.
Yeah.
I'll be your first customer.
Those are dope, and clearly you understand like trends, because that's gonna be a huge trend in like especially like celebrities and stuff are gonna start wearing that. Fundamentally there's 2 routes of becoming a successful fashion business: wholesale or online, or both. So someone like Brett sells in Zoomies and stuff, so he's selling it to them, they pay him, and he also sells online. And just focus on whether if you need to craft a relationship. If you want to do wholesale, you're gonna need to make samples, go to shows like Agenda and stuff in Las Vegas, and become friends with buyers. Buyers at Macy's, Zoomies, wherever your goal is. If you're going to online, you're gonna probably want to focus on building a social media following, put it on your friends, take a lot of pictures. I think you probably have some extra time right now, more than you will like in a few years. So learn how to take photos. If you don't know how to take photos, like literally take them, put them on your friends.
When we used to make skate videos, a huge thing in the skate industry is to hide all the tricks that you do until the video gets released, which can take 6 years. And by the time your video comes out, 500 other people have done all the tricks that you want to do. So I'm sort of a huge advocate of the opposite. When I have an idea, I push it out. But at the same time, it's also silly to just, like, what I do is very silly, to constantly push ideas out there and be like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Because then people just think you're full of baloney every time you mention some new, exciting idea that you come up with. So the middle ground is not to do what I do necessarily, but just, I mean, if you get excited about something, if you do something cool, worth talking about, then screw it.
If you have some action to back you up.
Right. If there's a legal...
Stream it from the rooftop. So we just finished up the live podcast, and I have some friends I want to introduce you to. These are everyone who came out. This is community. They DM'd each other like a month ago. Yeah. And then they came to the event together. Now they're BFFs. Yeah. You guys look like you would be like squad, like even sisters.
But they're not related?
I know you guys were related. They're both from Eastern Europe.
We met today. Really? Yeah. Estonia and Lithuania. Exactly.
Look at the squad. Yeah. Whoa. And Jeannie, my mother, gets to meet all of my New York City.
No, we get to meet Jeannie.
Okay. John came in clutch. He had some spare, super cushy sandals. So we're gonna go walk to eat some food and then just crush this HustleNY. We got pizza because we didn't want to dabble into the lovely people who are catering this event. It's Local Leaf. My accountant is involved in Local Leaf and helped start it. So it looks delicious and I'm so excited. This is like
oh my god.
And we'll be back to check out the final spread.
A lot happening here. Major one. It's gonna be big.
We got projection, really sick food. Like we got a band out here. This is amazing.
Oh shit.